Want your videos to go from this
Go. Who's next?
to this?
Hurry up.
You're fucking around too much, bro.
What the fuck?
Is this nigga serious?
I'm gonna put you onto how to edit your videos on PlayStation and upload them. So first off, you're gonna need this application. It's called Sharefactory. It's the best on PlayStation to edit. As far as I know, it's the only one that you can edit with, and that's how I've uploaded some of my earlier videos too. The main things I'm gonna teach you are how to split, trim, and delete clips, how to add music and sound effects, how to use green screens and do voiceovers, how to add transitions and filters, fade in and fade out the music, how to create a thumbnail, how to edit the clip volume, and how to import music clips and more. So when you load up Sharefactory, you're going to be taken to a menu, something like this. Here you can import content at the bottom. You can even create animated GIFs. You can also create photos, which I've done in the past, which can be used to make thumbnails, or you can make it in the project itself. For the sake of this video, we're just going to go into the video section though. Depending on which themes you download, there will be a whole bunch that show up here, besides the obviously free ones. I believe if you go into PlayStation Store and you Share Factory theme, you'll see all of the free ones. Choosing a theme will allow you to get special transitions, stickers, and images to put into your video that's related to the theme you choose. Like if you choose the Batman theme, you'll get a transition with the car, or like an opening scene. The best theme to use in my opinion is the infomercial one, because it gives you the TV static. And before you even start the video, you have to make sure to uncheck all of these: the infomercial titles, outros, intros, and the stinger clip at the end, because this kind of leaves like a watermark at the end. Here you choose a clip. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to choose this one clip. It will lead you to a menu where it lets you rename the project. This is the name of the video that will show up when you go to upload it. You can change it like post editing, but if you just want to quickly upload it, it'll be the name of the project, but it only has a certain amount of characters. Alright, so before we begin, Square and X, they are the most important buttons when it comes to Sharefactory. X allows you to add stuff to the clips, and Square afterwards will allow you to edit them. Let's say you add music to the clip and you use Square to go to edit music. That would allow you to lower it, raise the volume of it, fade it in, fade it out. Same with overlays and transitions. Now the second most important thing is definitely split clip. Using this allows you to separate clips into two parts, which you can then delete, move it somewhere else in the final product of the video. I frequently use it because you can easily delete clips instead of like going piece by piece by piece. And when it comes to editing, you want to be able to chop the video into little pieces, arrange, add effects, things like that. Snipping a clip essentially does the same thing as splitting a clip, except it will, like, at the bottom left you'll see what each button does, and when you press L2 it will cut off the video at the side that has an X next to it under L2. So if you want an exact spot at the clip to end, that's when you would use snip clip instead of split clip. Next I'm going to show you how to make a thumbnail in Sharefactory. So you would press X and then go to add screenshot. Usually you would want to have already a background image in mind, maybe a screenshot from the game that you played in the video. Maybe you made something in Photoshop if you already have a laptop. I don't know why you would use Sharefactory then, but either way, you add the screenshot. Then the main thing to do is go to add overlay. You know, this might seem cheesy to some people, but you would add text, maybe images. I imported some images. I have like emojis and stuff like that to put just to draw viewer attraction. But it's each to their own. It's what kind of thumbnail you're trying to aim for, what kind of audience you're trying to reach. It all comes down to your style, essentially. For the sake of this video, I just named it this because, well, that's the example video we're using. Don't mind the background image. It's not relative to the video at all, but that's just what we have to go with. Trying to make it blend in as much as possible. Edit the opacity. Once again, using the square button. Next, I'm going to show you how to add a clip on top of your already existing clip. You would go and press X, go to add track 2, and you could also do voiceovers with this. I use it to record the audio that you're hearing right now. You would just, it's the middle option, but for this we're going to press add clip to the right. Now I already have a green screen sub button. You would have to make one. I'm not going to lie, I made it a long time. I don't remember how to do it, but if you guys so really request it, I can maybe make a clip or a guide on how to do it. But anyways, add a clip here and press square, go to PIP layout, and you can choose where it would show up on the screen. I usually have mine show up in the center. Maybe I'll do in one of the corners, depends. But when you do it in center, it will like swoop in from the left like this. See that? That's also how it would look with a sub button, but when you use the green screen effect, it would appear without the background, just the sub button and the clicking animation. So once you finish making the thumbnail, to register it as the project thumbnail, you would have to press options, go to generate thumbnail, load, say save. Now if you exit out of the project, it would show, even after deleting it, you're like, oh, why'd you delete it? Now I save project and exit, it still shows up. So don't worry, it doesn't have to still be in the video or anything. It's just like every other editing platform. Once you generate it, it's still the thumbnail. Next, I'm gonna show you how to add a filter to the video. Pressing X and then add filter will bring you to a list of different filters to put onto the video. There's some pretty cool effects. Some of them, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, why would you choose these? They look kind of goofy, but to each their own, to the type of video that you want to make. I'll just show you quick snippets of what the ones I think personally are good and what they would look like. And if you want to see the rest of them, you can try them out on your own. Alright, on to the most important part, the music, and importing them at that. So you want to press X, go to add music. See, I already have some songs because I have a USB, and this is important to note. You're gonna need somebody who has a laptop, maybe the school that you go to, I don't know, but you're gonna need to download the music, put it on the USB, and plug it into your PS4. There's instructions in Sharefactory on how to get it onto USB, and PS4 recognizes it, but basically I'm just gonna show you what it would look like when you do have it. So once you do have this music onto your USB, you're gonna go down here, press X, it's gonna load it. I have a lot of songs, don't worry about all of that, but essentially this app only has a certain amount of space for music, so I would only recommend having each song at a time. Don't just automatically download each one, because then there's going to be a time when you need a new song and you don't have enough space. It's not worth it. Just download one at a time for each video if you want, and then when space is out, delete certain songs but keep the USB, that way you can always get them back. Alright, so once you finally decide what song you want to put, press X and then square to import that song. You can select multiple at a time, but once again, just one for this example. It'll show up as the first song on the list. You press X and now it'll show up against the video clip. You can press square again, you can trim, mute, fade in, fade out, adjust the volume, and prioritize. Prioritize is very important. It might make the music be louder than the clip that you're editing, or it could just sound like regular background music. Adjust it to whatever you want your video to have it as. The only problem with this is even if you are using a mic headset while you're editing, sometimes it's not true to how it sounds. Like the finished product, if I were to use a different set of headphones, the music might sound way louder than the audio sounded in my gaming headset. It may sound the same, but just in case, I would upload unlisted first, check it, and then re-upload again once you re-edit the audio of the song that you're putting. Usually a good aim for it for background music is usually 9% to maybe 20ish, depending on how loud you put the audio and your background noise and things of the like.
Oh damn, some nice shit.
Yo, y'all are bad, dude.
Clip volume works exactly the same way. Raising the bar will make the video sound louder than it originally did when you first took the clip, and making it lower will make it sound lower than how it originally did when you first got the clip. You can use this to create maybe certain effects in your edits, or just if there's background noise, lower that part of the video so that the video doesn't pick it up. Things of the like. It's just like little teeny tiny fixes that you can use the clip volume for, essentially. Another important thing is when you see this on your screen. If you see a film reel, that means that the music is longer than the video itself. Don't think that this won't show up in the video. It will literally keep playing and just have that in the background of the video. You have to trim the music so that it stays true to how long the video is. If it's too long, that length that you see in the bottom right, that 1 minute 54 seconds, is going to stay that long until you trim it. Next, I'm going to teach you about overlays. So basically the way overlays work is adding something on top of the video. It's not the same as the track 2 adding a clip over it, because this is essentially like images, stickers, text, and even camera effects that affect the video that you could get from this menu. It's by X and then pressing add overlay, and you will get to that menu. The camera effects, even though they're not shown in the clip, can do things like make the screen bounce, swivel, zoom into certain parts for a dramatic effect. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it for edits or AMVs or stuff like that. I mean, like if your equipment is limited, then sure, go for it. But if you have any other method like InShot, CapCut, even, obviously laptops are out of the question because you're using Sharefactory on PlayStation. But you know, if you want to try, so I've seen some people do it, it's possible. Next, I'm going to show you how to use the green screen. Go back to track 2, add the clip, and go to picture-in-picture layout. First of all, make sure that the background of the clip that you're trying to green screen is actually green, otherwise it's not going to work. Choose the layout for center, as I said earlier, and what you need to do is press triangle, okay, then X, and go to green screen. It will green screen out, obviously, all the green, and it makes it perfect for when you want only certain things to show up on the screen. Sub buttons, notifications, hit that bell, like buttons, all of that. If you want to be one of those YouTubers, this is important. This is what it usually looks like on its own. This is how it will see. Like obviously it will be full screen, but you see, there's no background that's green or anything. It's simply just the notification and subscribe button coming straight forward, sitting in the center, doing the animation for clicking, and then going down. Perfect. That's all you need. Next, I'm going to show you about trimming music. It's essentially the same as if you were trimming a clip. You use the right stick and the L stick to control it, because sometimes there's glitches with the music where even if you split the music, it will start from the same spot of where you split it, which doesn't really make sense, but there's nothing we can do at the time. Moving the music is self-explanatory too. Once you choose the option, it will literally follow your right stick to move it. This is perfect for when you want a scene to match a beat drop or something. It's pretty much a necessity. Next, I'm going to show you guys how to import content onto the PlayStation so that you can edit with it. At the bottom of the main menu, you're going to see input music, videos, and images. Don't try to mix and match and put music and videos and put images and videos or vice versa or whatever. It's not going to work. All it will do is probably show an error code. These are currently some of the ones I have, but when you go to actually import, sometimes it will have error codes that look something like this. When it's like this, just try and ignore it. Like, it's not worth it to try and fix it. It takes so long, it's such a pain. Just use something else. Try and download a different version if anything. But these, it will show what's on your USB, the current videos I could use. And as I'm saying this, I know Sharefactory has a lot of issues. It's, honestly, if you have a different option, I would use that option. But if you are just starting out, you want to get out there on YouTube, Sharefactory is for you. We'll provide you the tools for free for you to get that jump start and start posting videos today, tomorrow, whenever. So once you confirm and have it upload to the PlayStation, choosing the clips that you downloaded, it's very simple. It will show up right above their gaming clips. Like, it will actually show up in the menu.
Is this nigga serious?
Insert it, and this is what it would look like. It's a very straightforward, simple process. The only thing that I would say is difficult about it is making the USB recognize it. Sometimes, I don't know why. There are guides for that out there. But if you just don't have the time for it, I highly suggest just move on. Use a different video. I don't know. It's not worth the hassle. Lastly, I'm gonna show you how to use the transition. Press X to go down. It's usually in the bottom right, and press Add Transition. Now, what you see on the screen right now may differ from what you see depending on what theme you chose. That's why I say information is the best. It has these ones, a TV static, you know. And if you don't want to go for the theme ones, that's also fine. You could just go to the left where you see the solves. And honestly, these are the ones that you should be using. Like, look at how crisp this is. Fades
Is this nigga serious?
Through. It's not like an awkward cutoff sound or anything like that. It goes directly through. Now, keep in mind, there are times when the transition you use is too long for the length of the clip that's in between. Like, if you use a 2-second and 0.37 seconds transition, it'll say unable to add. This clip is too long. In that case, you would have to use a different one. But in all other cases, I'm saying go for dissolves. It will never fail, I promise. It will never fail. Now, using everything that you've learned from this video, the very bare minimum that you could do is the recreation of the video that I've shown you in the beginning. But trust me, you can do way better now.
Please, bro.
Hurry up.
You guys fucking around too much, bro.
What the fuck?
Is this nigga serious?